It is rarely possible to make code structured and easy to read from the very beginning. Sometimes programmers have tight deadlines to fulfill the set tasks, find bugs that must be fixed quickly, or perform last-minute maintenance. As a result, even if the code works correctly and has a well-assembled structure, it ends up being confusing. Refactoring is the process of changing software in a way so that it does not compromise its functioning but improves its internal part. At a certain point in the development phase, understanding the code may become so confusing and/or complex that it starts to get in the way of developing new features. At this point, the developer may spend more time fixing a bug caused by poorly written code than adding new functionality. One of the best moments to refactor code is before adding any new content to it, or before doing any maintenance. When you fix the code before delivering some new functionality, you provide your client with the software of much higher quality. Another moment to refactor the code would be when the software is delivered to the customer. This way, developers will have more time to work on the code that is already written. The techniques used are aimed at making the code cleaner and more readable for those who are going to maintain it. Some techniques are: extraction method. It is used to remove repeated code by grouping its parts. This new method is called in the functions where the code can be repeated. Inline method. Basically, it's the opposite of what the extraction method offers. It is designed to solve the problem of when a method body becomes more readable than the method itself. Extract class method. When you have a class that is performing the task of create a new class, then move all relevant attributes to this new class. Rename method. When the name of a method does not reveal its intention, it must be changed immediately, so that the new name must clearly describe what it proposes to do. During our refactoring example, we will see extract and rename methods. The benefits of refactoring. Cleaner code. When you have readable and clean code, it is much easier to maintain it, implement new functions, and fix bugs. Code refactoring also helps to understand some unknown software. Improved application performance. An application that has no unnecessary classes, functions, variables, methods, or any other clutter runs faster and smoother. Application performance increases if the code is regularly updated or recently updated. Your app generates fast responses and users no longer complain about slow performance. This leads to a better customer experience. Easier maintenance. Clean code takes less time to fix or implement new functions. There are no developers who love to work with unclear code or waste time figuring out some confusing moments. It takes longer to extend or update an application that is not refactored. Easier bug finding. It's easier to find bugs and fix them when the code is cleaner and more understandable. Now, let's see a practical example of how to refactor a small part of the code. In this example, we have a simple application that allows calculating how many days have passed or how many hours have passed since the particular moment based on the parameters entered: days, months, and year. We will identify what should be refactored to improve the functionality and readability of our application. To improve the structure of the code and keep it simple to read, we must use suggestive names for the variables, so that other programmers will be able to read and understand what is written. In this example, we can see that the variables have simple names but they are not suggestive. In this way, we can apply the rename method from the IDE's Refactor menu. To change the name of the variable, we must select it, go to the menu Refactor, Rename. We can also use the shortcut keys, Shift plus Control plus E, or right-click on the variable, and click Rename. By checking the View References Before Refactoring checkbox, we will see a screen showing all the places where that selected variable is. In this case, we change the names of variables d, m, y for fday, fmonth and fyear, placing the class letter at the beginning of each name. In this example, we see that the code is duplicated in both procedures. We can apply the extract method, where we will move the whole part of the code to a separate method. This way, a single function will be called in both procedures. To execute the extraction method, we must select the part of the code that will be used to create a new function. Then we must go to the menu Refactor, Extract method. We can also use the shortcut keys, Shift plus Control plus M. Or right-click on the variable, and click Extract method. After that, we must define a name for the new procedure. Here, we can see how the procedure will look after being created. We created a function called getDataInfo, and applied it to both procedures to eliminate code duplication.